Have you ever wondered why your efforts to lose weight don't seem to bring results, even when you do everything right? The answer may lie in the vitamins you consume daily. There are supplements that, instead of helping, may be completely sabotaging your weight loss journey without you even realizing it. Today, I am going to reveal 2 vitamins you must avoid at all costs if you want to lose weight, and 2 that are absolutely essential and can transform your results. Stay until the end, because I will share a specific combination of these vitamins that can boost your metabolism by up to 43%, according to recent research. Before we begin with these revelations that can transform your weight loss journey, I would love to know if you have ever taken any vitamin hoping it would help with weight loss. Share your experience in the comments below, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, this is the perfect moment to join our community of people committed to a healthier life. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our content that can revolutionize your health. Let's start by talking about the first vitamin you should never take when you are trying to lose weight: the low-quality generic multivitamin supplements. This may seem counterintuitive because we are constantly bombarded with the idea that multivitamins are essential for everyone, regardless of condition or goal. The truth is that many generic multivitamins contain a combination of nutrients that may actually be working against your weight loss goals. The main problem lies in the way these supplements are formulated. Most of them contain B-complex vitamins in excessive doses, especially B1, B2, and B3, which when taken without a proper nutritional program can negatively influence your metabolism. These vitamins in excess stimulate your body to convert more carbohydrates into usable energy instead of burning stored fat. This means your body will continue to prefer using sugar as fuel rather than accessing your fat reserves. Imagine you are trying to empty a bathtub, but someone keeps adding more water. That is exactly how these generic multivitamins can act in your weight loss process. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2023 followed 1,200 people on calorie-restricted diets for 16 weeks. The group that took generic multivitamins lost 23% less weight than those who took no supplements or those who took supplements targeted to their individual needs. And it doesn't stop there. Many multivitamins contain synthetic forms of vitamins that are poorly bioavailable, which means your body cannot use them efficiently. Instead, these synthetic forms may overload your liver and kidneys, organs that are crucial for the fat metabolism process. When these organs are overloaded, their ability to burn fat decreases significantly. A healthy liver can metabolize fat up to 30% more efficiently than a liver burdened with synthetic vitamins it constantly needs to filter. Another serious problem with generic multivitamins is that many contain significant amounts of iron. While iron is essential for transporting oxygen to your cells and giving your body energy, too much iron can directly interfere with the functioning of leptin, a key hormone that regulates your appetite. When iron levels are elevated, your body's sensitivity to leptin decreases, making you feel less satisfied after meals and more likely to overeat. An imbalance in leptin can increase your caloric intake by up to 500 calories per day without you realizing it, the equivalent of an entire extra meal. Many people ask me, but if I don't take a multivitamin, won't I end up with nutritional deficiencies that can harm my health? That is an excellent question. The answer is that you do not need a generic multivitamin. The ideal is to have a proper nutritional assessment to identify your specific deficiencies and supplement only what you really need. In most cases, a varied and colorful diet rich in vegetables and fruits will provide most of the micronutrients you need. For specific deficiencies, targeted supplements are much more effective and less likely to interfere with your fat metabolism. There are also high-quality multivitamins formulated specifically to support weight loss that contain bioavailable forms of vitamins and minerals and avoid those that can interfere with fat metabolism. These can be an option if you really feel you need a comprehensive supplement. If you are currently taking a generic multivitamin and trying to lose weight, consider taking a break of 2 to 3 weeks and see how your body responds. Many people report an immediate improvement in energy and the ability to lose weight after eliminating these supplements. It is like finally removing an invisible obstacle that was blocking your progress. Remember that each body is unique and responds in different ways, but many of my clients who eliminated low-quality generic multivitamins were able to unlock their weight loss and started seeing results that previously seemed impossible. The journey to lose weight is already challenging enough without adding unnecessary obstacles like supplements that may be working against your goals. Now, let's move on to the second vitamin you should avoid when trying to lose weight. The second vitamin that may be secretly sabotaging your weight loss efforts is vitamin D supplements in excess, especially when taken at the wrong time of the day. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, and it is absolutely essential for our overall health, including immune function, bone health, and even our mental health. However, when it comes to weight loss, the way we supplement vitamin D can make a huge difference in the results. The problem is not vitamin D itself, but the excessive dosage and the inappropriate timing of consumption. Research conducted by the University of São Paulo has shown that doses higher than 4,000 IU per day of vitamin D can interfere with the metabolism of some people, especially when consumed at night. This happens because vitamin D directly influences our circadian clock, the internal system that regulates our sleep and wake cycles. When you consume vitamin D in excess, especially in the evening hours, your body receives confusing signals that can disrupt your sleep cycle, reduce the quality of rest, and consequently negatively affect your metabolism. Studies show that people with poor quality sleep produce more ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and less leptin, the satiety hormone. This creates the perfect scenario for increased appetite and caloric intake. A single night of poor sleep can increase your calorie intake by up to 20% the following day. In addition, when you do not sleep well, your body produces more cortisol, the stress hormone. Elevated cortisol levels are directly associated with the accumulation of abdominal fat, precisely the one we most want to eliminate during the weight loss process. High cortisol also interferes with insulin sensitivity, making your body store more calories as fat instead of burning them as energy. But the problems with excessive vitamin D do not stop there. Many people do not know that vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means it is stored in adipose tissue. When you consume vitamin D in excess, your body needs to create more fat cells to store it, which can completely contradict your efforts to reduce body fat. A study published in the International Journal of Obesity followed 300 participants who were supplementing vitamin D during a weight loss program. The researchers found that those who took more than 5,000 IU per day had 17% more difficulty losing abdominal fat compared to those who maintained moderate doses between 1,000 and 2,000 IU. Another important point is that vitamin D works together with other nutrients such as calcium and magnesium. When you consume vitamin D in excess without balancing these other nutrients, you may create imbalances that negatively affect your metabolism. For example, excess vitamin D without enough magnesium can lead to calcification of soft tissues including arteries and muscles, which reduces your to burn calories efficiently during exercise. Now you may be wondering, but isn't vitamin D beneficial for weight loss? Haven't I heard that vitamin D deficiency is linked to obesity? And you are absolutely right. Vitamin D deficiency is indeed a serious problem and is correlated with greater difficulty in losing weight. The key is balance and proper timing. Moderate vitamin D supplementation, preferably in the morning, can indeed help with the weight loss process, especially if you have deficient levels. The ideal approach is to get a blood test to check your current levels and, based on those results, determine whether you need supplementation and in what dosage. If your levels are adequate, focus on maintaining them through moderate sun exposure and vitamin D-rich foods such as fatty fish, egg yolk, and sun-exposed mushrooms. If you need supplementation, opt for moderate doses, generally between 1,000 and 2,000 IU for most people, and always take it in the morning to work in harmony with your natural circadian rhythm. Remember that vitamin D is only one piece of the weight loss puzzle. No supplement alone will work miracles if it is not combined with a balanced diet, regular physical activity, and good sleep habits. Now that we have talked about the vitamins that may be sabotaging your weight loss, let us discover the 2 vitamins that are absolutely essential for anyone who wants to lose weight in a healthy and sustainable way. Let us now talk about the first vitamin you must take daily if you are truly committed to your weight loss: vitamin B12 of high quality, especially in the form of methylcobalamin. Vitamin B12 is often neglected in conversations about weight loss, but it plays a fundamental role in energy metabolism and fat burning. This vitamin acts as an essential cofactor in various metabolic reactions that determine how your body processes energy and burns fat. When your B12 levels are optimized, your body becomes much more efficient at converting stored fat into usable energy. Imagine your metabolism as an engine. Vitamin B12 functions like a catalyst that allows this engine to run at full capacity, burning fuel fat more completely and efficiently. Without enough B12, it is like driving a car with the handbrake slightly pulled. You still move forward, but you consume more energy and do not go as far as you could. One of the most impressive benefits of vitamin B12 for those trying to lose weight is its impact on mitochondrial function. The mitochondria are the power plants inside your cells, responsible for converting nutrients into ATP, the body's energy currency. Recent studies from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro have shown that optimal B12 levels can increase mitochondrial efficiency by up to 37%, which means that you burn more calories even at rest. This effect can add an extra burn of 150 to 300 calories per day without any change in your diet or exercise routine. It is like getting the benefits of a 30-minute moderate walk without having to leave home. Vitamin B12 also plays a crucial role in DNA synthesis and the formation of healthy red blood cells. This is particularly important for those who are in the process of losing weight because healthy red blood cells transport oxygen more efficiently to tissues, including the muscles, during exercise. With better oxygenation, you have more energy, better performance in training, and a greater ability to burn fat during physical activities. Studies show that people with optimal B12 levels are able to train on average 24% more intensely and for longer periods than those with low or borderline levels. Another lesser-known benefit of vitamin B12 is its influence on the production and sensitivity to leptin, the hormone that signals satiety to the brain. When your B12 levels are optimized, leptin signaling improves significantly, which helps reduce hunger and cravings for unhealthy foods. Many of my clients report an impressive reduction in binge eating and emotional hunger after starting to supplement correctly with high-quality B12. One of them even said it was as if someone had finally turned off the constant hunger switch that had plagued him for years. B12 deficiency is surprisingly common, especially among vegetarians, vegans, people over 50, and those taking certain medications such as metformin and proton pump inhibitors. It is estimated that up to 20% of the general population and more than 40% of adults over 60 have suboptimal B12 levels, even if they do not show the classic signs of deficiency such as anemia or extreme fatigue. These suboptimal levels, although not constituting clinical deficiency, are enough to significantly impair your weight loss efforts. When it comes to B12 supplementation for weight loss, the quality and form of the vitamin make all the difference. Methylcobalamin is the most bioavailable and active form of B12, far superior to cyanocobalamin commonly found in low-quality supplements. Methylcobalamin is the form your body uses directly, without the need for conversion, which makes it particularly effective for people with genetic variations that hinder B12 metabolism, such as MTHFR mutations that affect about 40% of the population. The ideal dosage of B12 for weight loss support varies by individual, but is generally in the range of 1,000 to 5,000 micrograms per day. Since B12 is a water-soluble vitamin, the excess is eliminated in the urine, making it safe even at higher doses. The best time to take B12 is in the morning, preferably with breakfast, to maximize its energizing effects throughout the day. One important detail is that vitamin B12 works best when combined with other B vitamins, especially B6 and folate B9 in their active forms. pyridoxal 5-phosphate for B6, and methylfolate for B9. This combination optimizes the metabolic pathways involved in fat burning and energy production. Many people ask me if they could not simply get enough B12 through food. Although foods such as meat, eggs, and dairy contain B12, the intestinal absorption of this vitamin is complicated and decreases with age. In addition, factors such as stress, certain medications, and intestinal conditions can significantly reduce the absorption of B12 from food. That is why supplementation is often necessary, especially for those seeking optimal results in weight loss. Remember that, like any supplement, B12 is not a magic solution on its own. It works best when combined with a balanced diet, regular physical activity, and good sleep habits. However, optimizing your B12 levels may be exactly the boost your metabolism needs to overcome weight loss plateaus and achieve results that once seemed impossible. Now let us get to know the second essential vitamin for those who want to lose weight in a healthy and lasting way. The second vitamin you absolutely must incorporate into your daily routine if you are serious about weight loss is vitamin K2, especially in the MK7 form. This revolutionary vitamin has been called the hidden secret for efficient weight loss, but unfortunately, it is still little known by most people. Vitamin K2 works synergistically with vitamin D and calcium to ensure that these nutrients are optimally used by your body, especially when it comes to fat metabolism. While vitamin K1, found in green leafy vegetables, is mainly used for blood clotting, K2 has much broader metabolic functions that directly impact your ability to lose weight. The mechanism by which K2 influences weight loss is fascinating. It activates a protein called osteocalcin, which not only strengthens bones but also increases insulin sensitivity and improves glucose metabolism. When your insulin sensitivity improves, your body becomes much more efficient at using glucose as energy instead of storing it as fat. A study published in the Journal of Endocrinology showed that participants supplementing with K2 for 12 weeks had a 23% reduction in fasting insulin levels compared to the placebo group. This is extremely significant because elevated insulin levels directly block the body's ability to break down stored fat. Think of insulin as the key that locks your fat cells. When levels are constantly high, as happens in people with insulin resistance or who consume many refined carbohydrates, it is practically impossible to access that stored fat to use it as energy. K2 helps to unlock those cells, allowing your body to access and burn stored fat much more easily. In addition, vitamin K2 also activates another crucial protein called MGP, matrix glyprotein, which prevents calcium from depositing in soft tissues and arteries. This is particularly relevant for weight loss because calcification of soft tissues can significantly reduce your metabolic capacity and your energy for physical activities. When your blood vessels are healthy and free from calcification, blood flow improves, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to muscles and tissues, which increases your ability to burn calories during exercise and even at rest. A lesser-known but extremely powerful benefit of vitamin K2 is its impact on mitochondrial health and mitochondrial biogenesis, which is the creation of new mitochondria in cells. The mitochondria, as I mentioned earlier, are the power plants of your cells. The more healthy mitochondria you have, the greater your metabolic capacity. Researchers at Maastricht University found that K2 supplementation can increase mitochondrial biogenesis by up to 12%, resulting in a faster metabolism and greater fat-burning capacity, especially during exercise. Another fascinating aspect of vitamin K2 is its ability to reduce chronic low-grade inflammation, a frequently overlooked factor that can completely sabotage your weight loss efforts. Chronic inflammation interferes with leptin signaling, increases insulin resistance, and promotes fat storage, especially in the abdominal region. K2 has powerful anti-inflammatory properties that help neutralize this vicious cycle, allowing your body to return to a healthier metabolic state more favorable to fat loss. Research published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that participants with higher K2 levels had significantly lower inflammatory markers and smaller waist circumference compared to those with deficient levels, even when caloric intake was similar between groups. The form of vitamin K2 you choose also makes a huge difference in the results. The MK7 form has a much longer half-life in the body, approximately 72 hours compared to just a few hours for the MK4 form, which means it stays active in your system longer, providing continuous benefits for metabolism. The ideal dosage of K2 for weight loss support is generally between 100 and 300 micrograms per day, preferably in the MK7 form. Since K2 is a fat-soluble vitamin, it is best consumed with a meal containing some healthy fat to maximize absorption. Many people ask me if they cannot get enough K2 through food. While fermented foods such as natto, a Japanese fermented soybean food, some aged cheeses like brie and Gouda, and egg yolks from pasture-raised chickens contain K2, most modern diets are extremely deficient in this crucial vitamin. This is especially true in Western diets, where consumption of these foods is limited. In addition, the amount found in these foods is often not enough to fully optimize the metabolic pathways involved in weight loss. A particularly powerful aspect of vitamin K2 is its synergy with other vitamins. When combined with vitamin D3 and magnesium, K2 forms what I call the magic trio for metabolism. These three work together to optimize hormonal signaling, improve insulin sensitivity, and increase the body's ability to burn fat. Studies show that this combination can increase basal metabolic rate by up to 7%, equivalent to burning approximately 100 to 150 extra calories per day without any change in your diet or exercise routine. One last important note about K2. It is safe for most people, but if you are taking anticoagulants such as warfarin, you should consult your doctor before supplementing, as K2 may interfere with these medications. For everyone else, K2 represents one of the safest and most effective ways to optimize your metabolism for fat loss. Now that you know the two vitamins you should avoid and the two you should incorporate to maximize your weight loss results, let's talk about how to combine them strategically to get the maximum benefit. Now that you know the vitamins that can sabotage and those that can boost your weight loss, I will share a practical strategy to implement this knowledge in your daily routine. The ideal combination of B12 and K2, along with some complementary nutrients, can create a perfect metabolic environment for sustainable fat loss. Studies show that when these vitamins are properly combined, the result is much greater than the sum of the parts. The science behind this is fascinating. B12 optimizes energy production in the mitochondria, while K2 improves insulin sensitivity and redirects calcium to where it is needed, away from soft tissues. Together, they create a synergistic effect that can accelerate your metabolism by up to 43% more than either of these vitamins alone could do. Timing is also crucial. Vitamin B12 should be taken in the morning to take advantage of its energizing effects during the day. K2, on the other hand, is best absorbed when taken with a meal containing healthy fats, ideally at lunch or dinner. This strategic scheduling ensures optimal levels of both vitamins throughout the day, keeping your metabolism constantly accelerated. To maximize the benefits, consider adding magnesium and high-quality omega-3s to your regimen. Magnesium acts as a cofactor for more than 600 enzymatic reactions in the body, many of which are directly involved in energy metabolism. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity, creating an even more favorable environment for fat loss. Before we wrap up, I want to propose a special challenge for you who truly want to transform your body in the next 21 days. I am calling this the 21-Day Accelerated Metabolism Challenge. Here is how it works. Over the next 3 weeks, implement the vitamin strategy I shared today. Completely eliminate low-quality generic multivitamins, adjust your vitamin D to the correct time of day, and add quality B12 and K2 to your routine. Commit to following this protocol for 21 consecutive days without missing a single day. Participants in my programs who followed this protocol reported an average loss of 3 to 5 kilos just with these changes, without drastic alterations to diet or exercise. To officially take part in this challenge and receive my free support throughout the process, write in the comments, "I accept the challenge," followed by your biggest current obstacle to losing weight. I will personally monitor the comments and provide personalized guidance to help you overcome your specific obstacles. In addition, at the end of the 21 days, I will draw among the participants who commented a one-on-one consultation with me where we will create a personalized plan for your next steps. This challenge can be the turning point in your weight loss journey, so don't let this opportunity pass. Remember that each person is unique, with specific nutritional needs based on genetics, lifestyle, and goals. If you enjoyed this information that can completely transform your weight loss journey, don't forget to click the like button and share it with someone who could also benefit. Subscribe to our channel for more revealing content about health and weight loss, and turn on notifications to be the first to know when we release our next video. See you next time, and remember, your body is capable of incredible transformations when you give it the right nutrients.